Okay, you guys, what is up? The King of Lightning is here today to do Shingeki no Kyojin Attack on Titan episode 9 and 10 reviews. So, before I get started, right, basically my first strike on the first Attack on Titan review that I did, that got removed. And now I'm waiting for the strike on episode 8 review that I did. And that should be removed within the week. Yeah, it should be. Now, that being said, there will be no illegal links in the description down below. At some later point in time, what I do plan on doing is that I do plan on putting Crunchyroll links. Because I believe, and I've been told that those are illegal. So I'll do that. And I recommend that you guys go on Crunchyroll to view the episodes for yourself. But that being said, just in case, because you never know, no Japanese company, corporation, or network any claim to this video, or has any claim to this video. This video follows the rules and regulations, blah blah goose like it. YouTube, the visuals are me, they do not own me. The thumbnail is his original photo, which belongs to no Japanese company, corporation, or network. And the audio is obviously me speaking over a soundtrack or a homemade soundtrack. They do not own my voice. Now, I'm pumped for this fucking Attack on Titan OST. Yo, like this shit's beast, bro. This shit is beast. Yeah, this shit's beast, man. Shit's beast. I'll actually do a news update video later on today for that. But basically, let me get on with the actual reviews. So let's start with the episode number 9 of Shingeki no Kyojin, right? One word, Levi. I'm sorry. Listen, I mean, I'm pretty sure that people were hyped about the whole entire thing with Eren. You know, there's a situation where this piece of shit captain, like what a fucking he made me so mad. But when Eren, because the whole entire thing about the episode 9. Eren was in a situation where he had just gotten out of the Titan, and he had just awoken, and he didn't know what the fuck was going on, alright? The last thing he remembers was when he was being consumed by the Titan. He doesn't remember him actually becoming a Titan and slaughtering all these fucking other Titans. But all he remembered was the drive to kill. Kill, I gotta slaughter, kill, murder, yeah! He just wanted to kill. And so when I can't say when he gets up, but before he's actually aware of his surroundings, he becomes conscious, and the first thing he says is, I'll kill you all. And it's like a real twisted, crooked smile, like, I'll kill you all. And it's like, the garrison motherfuckers, they hear this shit, they're on full defense, like, oh, no, and they're like, yeah, so they're prepared. And there's a whole entire thing about him contemplating as to why he's here, what exactly happened, is this reality or is this a dream, and so on and so forth. Of course, there's a little scene here where we see Mikasa. She's prepared to go all out, and there's even and not this captain, but there's 2 lieutenants behind him. One girl with the glasses and another blonde-haired dude. And the blonde-haired dude, he's explaining about how, look, Mikasa Ackerman, she is like worth 100 fucking soldiers, right? Like she is a great asset to mankind, and killing her would be a fucking mistake. Obviously, pissing her off is a fucking mistake. And even though this man doesn't really understand, I mean, like it's explained later on in episode 10 when Armin's talking to this guy or trying to convince him that not to kill him. The thing about it is that alone should have been him. The whole entire Ackerman thing with Mikasa being such a great asset to humanity. That alone should have gave him pause, but it didn't, because he was so afraid. He was so scared. No, fire! And then literally, like, yeah! And then they fire the fucking cannon. And Eren, there's a whole entire scene about like slow motion where Mikasa's grabbing him. And then, like, Armin's, like, he's stunned here, and then all of a sudden, like, the key that he has on his, like that necklace he has, you know, like, yeah, like, the key he has around his neck, that goes from his face, and then he remembers what his father told him about the whole entire basement thing. And at that point in time, he instinctively grabs Mikasa, runs over to Armin, grabs him, bites his hand, and he transforms into like a partial Titan and blocks the cannon fire. And the episode ends on that. So the ending of episode 9 is actually pretty damn good. It is. It really, truly is. It is. But the beginning, listen, Levi is awesome. All right. And I was talking to my friend Matt earlier in the month about this, right? Well, last month when I was back in Long Island. Levi is apparently the resounding favorite of the entire series, and this guy's amazing. He's awesome. He's badass. He's listen. Oh, like niggas don't know. Niggas don't know. You will know once they get to once they proceed further on the story. That's all I can say. But he is a resounding favorite, and I love this guy. All right, and you see him take out these Titans. Right, we see the Recon Corps. They go in there, and there's a few iffy characters here and there, like that one woman who really could not wait to go and go out there and get some Titans. She wanted particularly an abnormal class. But the whole entire thing about it was, like she's, a little bit weird. But the whole entire point of that first part of that episode is to showcase the difference between the garrison. We haven't seen the military police yet. We haven't seen them. But they're in the inner wall. And the Recon Corps. The Recon Corps are much more hardened. And in some rare cases, like this one girl, and with Levi, killing Titans is as simple as going on a morning jog. It's like, it's whatever for these motherfuckers. In a lot of cases. They still die. In a lot of cases, like we saw them, like there's still those who are still, they fear the Titans. They still die, obviously. Like nothing's a guarantee, but there are also those who are very calm, cool, casual. When it comes to just killing Titans, like it's like nothing. There's literally nothing. And Levi, I mean, that girl, she was a good example. Because, like, when she saw that Titan, she was like, yeah, like, everything's gonna be okay. The Titan swung at her, she dodged it, then came around, cut this guy in the back of the neck, and then he was dead. But when it came to Levi, it was like nothing. It was like, in fact, it got to the point where he beat those 3 Titans. And, like, one of the Titans, he jumped on his fucking head, and he was like, yo, man, stop squirming, man. Otherwise, I can't get that kill shot. And he kills him. And he's all about the spin. Like, yeah, he's all about the spin. And then when he kills him, there's Titan blood on his hands. And then he's like, and he's cleaning himself off like it's nothing. Like, it's, whatever. Like, And his whole entire premise as of right now is to eradicate all Titans. Now, who has the same premise? Eren. Let's be honest here. Eren, his goal is to eradicate all Titans. And when the fallen Recon Corps soldier was talking to Levi, he was telling him, Levi, something, yeah, like, don't worry, like, you were a benefit to mankind, and I will, because his benefit for mankind is like in a roundabout way, where this guy's death was going to motivate Levi himself, and in doing so, because he's motivating Levi, he's benefiting mankind, because he's like the most powerful dude in the military period, in their entire military, in all the 3 sections of the military. He's the most powerful. He's literally a one-man army. But that's how he's benefiting mankind. Because he dies, he motivates Levi, and as Levi gets more pissed off and kills more Titans. Like, that's the way it is. It's a weird roundabout notion, but he was very serious. Even when the guy died, he was, he's still holding his hand and shit. And his premise is to, again, eradicate all Titans. So, and him and Eren have equal premises. Levi, eradicate all Titans. Eren, eradicate all Titans. That's the way it is. But Levi, he's awesome. He's awesome. He's awesome. All right, that to me was my favorite part of the entire episode. All right, him blocking the cannon roll was awesome, but Levi is amazing, man. And then the OST, and then just like he's like, and then like he jumps, he kills his one Titan, then he's still in the fucking air, and he throws his 2 blades at the Titan's eyes. The Titan's like, no, and he's like fucking on his head, like, stop struggling. Yeah, cut, fuck you. The guy's awesome. The guy's epic. So, the episode for number 9. I mean, I'm not going to get more into detail I could, but, since I'm doing 2 reviews at once, I'll keep it at a min. And overall episode, I thought it was pretty damn good. Actually, yeah, I thought it was good to great. So let's give it a good plus, around good plus great. All right, yeah, you know what? Fuck it, bump it up. It's great. That was a great episode of Attack on Titan. Episode 10. Hello. Armin utilizing what he has, his brain, and actually standing up for, instead of him being protected, he was the protector. And I was nice. It was like, yeah. He's like fucking like he's talking to this motherfucker, this piece of captain, and yo, Hicks, fucking Hicks. He comes in there like, stop your bullshit, stop that! Don't you not see this young man's magnificent salute, motherfucker? And he just comes, and what Pixis told this guy, I thought was unbelievable ponage. It was like, Pigs, because the guy, he's about to do this thing again. He's like, fire! And motherfucker. But basically, Pixis, he tells him, like, you've never changed. Like, even though you've gotten so big, no homo, your courage is still that of a young fawn, like a young deer. Like, he's afraid. He's always fearful. And that's why, because Armin, he noticed when he was talking to him. And even though the blonde-haired lieutenant, he understood, yo, like, this guy's an asset. We could utilize this kid. But this guy was so horrified. He was so scared. He just, the only thing he could think about was just eradicating the possibility of this child being a threat, even though he's a great asset. Because they saw him, and Armin points this out. We've seen that he was destroying other Titans. And the Titans were attacking him. And thus the Titans see him as in the same regards as humans. Even though he can transform into a Titan, Eren, the other Titans still regard him in the same aspect as humans. And they were eating him. Like, we even saw that scene where after Jean and the others, they escape the headquarters with their with the gas. The Titans are eating Eren in his Titan form. So, and Armin, he's pointing all this shit out. And the other, the other people, like, I'm not the people, mainly the other people, like, they realize that, yeah, actually he was helping us out. And so, like, they start to lower their weapons. And then even the blonde lieutenant's like, yeah, like, this kid actually is a pretty damn good asset. But again, this captain, like, no! Like, don't believe them. The Titans are always beyond our scope. We can't understand them. If they can transform, if they can transform into humans, they can speak as humans. They can influence us from the inside out. And it's like, it's all this bullshit. So this guy pissed me off to high hell. Like, I wanted to jump to the screen and give him a falcon punch. Like, get the fuck out of here, man. But no, I couldn't do that. All right, I'm not that hacks. I wish I was. I wish I was Isaac, but I'm not. So I can't do that shit. But still, Pixis came in there. Stop that shit. Stop that shit. And that was nice. That was very nice. But a lot of the focus of the episode was on Armin. And very good. Alright, because it was like the whole entire... And actually, Armin and Eren too. Mikasa, not really. Not really at all. She was there, but... Obviously, she was there, but the main focus was Armin. After Armin was Eren. After Eren, Pixis. And the reason why Eren has importance in the episode was that he was the one who formulated the plan. Like, he was the one. He was legit the one who formulated two plans. The first plan of him going Titan, on some Danny fan, I'm going Ghost, I'm going Titan. And, well, actually, I forgot how Danny did it. Whatever, fuck it. Alright? I don't think he bit his hand. But the thing about it is that, like, he was going to go Titan, try and get over the wall. Like, there was, like, a plan he thought in his mind. And then Mikasa had another plan, but it wasn't really that relevant because of the fact that when she was talking, it was like they faded out into an Armin internal monologue. And Armin, the entire time, he's, like, on his knees. Not really listening to what Eren and Mikasa are saying. And he is thinking about all the times he was saved by Mikasa and Eren. He's thinking about all the times that they spent together, like their friendship, like their bonds, and on some Naruto shit. And basically, he realizes that at this point in time, our friendship, our love for each other will never happen. Like, it will never continue to exist because of this situation right now. And and literally, it was him just coming to the realization that basically they were fucked. It was that realization that, yo, we're fucked. We're really fucked. And Eren is the one who brings him back. Even though Eren is the one who is being questioned the most out of all of them, since he's the one who transformed to a Titan. Remember Hannes in episode 9? He was talking to one of his subjects, one of his lieutenants, and he was telling him how amongst the 3 kids, because the guy knew that there are 3 kids that were amongst the vanguard. One has high intellect, Armin. Another one has outstanding physical capability, Mikasa. And another one has superhuman will and focus. And even though, and we see in episode 10, even though he was the one being questioned the most, even though he was shell-shocked at him turning into a Titan, and we see him do it when he actually comes out of the Titan, he's like, what the fuck is this? Like, seriously, what's going on? He's able to maintain focus in such a unique and dire circumstance, where he's able to actually revitalize the hope of Armin, and actually come up with a plan for him to carry out and place his hopes on him. Like, that's very impressive on Eren's part. That's super impressive. Like, what the fuck? Like, yo. So, very nice on Eren's part. Very nice. And, of course, Armin, he actually was the first one to come out of the smoke. He gives the speech. He explains the actual importance of Eren, because the guy, he's freaking out. He's like, you know, like, we saw him transform into a Titan. Like, we need some evidence. And Armin's like, no, you don't need evidence. You saw for your fucking self. He was attacking other Titans. He was killing Titans. We were saved because of the fact that he was able to kill all these Titans around their headquarters and get the gas. And because the Titans were eating him, they consider him in the same regards as human beings. And the people are like, yeah, that makes sense. But the guy, again, he's like, no. And when Armin turns around to look at Mikasa and Eren, they both have these faces of, maybe the word is solidarity, I'm not too sure. But, like, they just have this, like, they trust him. Like, they have this face that expresses this unwavering trust in Armin and his ability to convince the captain that, hey, we are an asset to humanity and utilize us as best you can. And basically, it was like Armin, he comes in there, weakest guy amongst the trainees, and he is facing up against a garrison captain, their lieutenants, and the other subordinates. And he is literally posing off, the saluting. And he is breaking the shit down about, I will be honored to die for the sake of humanity. And you must realize the significant importance and the strategical importance of Eren and Mikasa and their and the possibility, the great possibility of them actually assisting mankind to beat the Titans and so on and so forth. And the guy, I mean, like the lieutenant, he's like, Captain, maybe we should silence. Falco. And the guy was gonna do his thing. Pixis, fuck you, no. And then that's where, and then from then on, it's Pixis talking to Eren, Mikasa, and Armin. And basically, the whole entire thing there is basically Eren. Now the goal is to take this boulder and close up the hole to Trost, so the Titans can't get any more. And if the Titans can't get any more, well, that simply put means that now we can eradicate the ones that are still inside the wall, obviously, so they can take back the city of Trost. And now the risk of walls being broken into is now severely less. It's not roofed completely, but it's severely less. And Eren has he doesn't know if he can actually do it, but he's gonna damn well try, and he's gonna go for it 100%. And that was the whole entire talk about Pixis and him. Pixis, he looks at the actual city, and then Eren sees it too. He sees the importance of all these lives, and if he can't do this, these lives will be lost. The city will be taken, and then there may in fact be another situation where in which the population must sacrifice their lives in the hundreds of thousands just to maintain rations for the other humans in the inner wall. And it's like, yeah, I'll fucking do it. I'm gonna damn do it. I'm gonna damn do it. And so that's where the episode ends off. So the episode, that was damn moving. That was also a great episode of Attack on Titan, Shingeki no Kyojin. Cause I was moving, I was motivated, I was captivated. The animation, the OST, the OST, obviously the OST. The character growth of Eren and Armin. Again, very good shit. Mikasa, not so much. Again, Pixis coming in there, doing his thing. Very nice. So I like that a lot. I really did. So episode 10 is a great. Episode 9 is a great, and that's it. So I'm done. I can probably. Oh wait, no. There's one last thing. There was a little scene at the beginning where we see Jean and Jean, Annie, Reiner, Coney, Sasha. Basically, the whole entire thing is that I forgot this guy's name, but there's one guy Marco was talking to. He's a part of the trainees, but he's older. And it's Sasha. Basically, like, this guy, he's flipping the fuck out. Like, he wants to commit suicide. He's explaining how the only thing that we're here for, the only reason why we train so hard, is so we can be Titan. Like, literally. And he has abandoned all hope. He has abandoned all hope. And Marco tries to point at Sasha, as Sasha is like an example of maintaining stability and maintaining reason in a dire situation. And Sasha, she's playing a whole like my stomach hurts thing, and then this guy freaks out even more. So, but basically the whole entire thing was that Jean, he couldn't, like, they had a gag order, so they couldn't explain to everyone else that Eren's a Titan. They couldn't do that. But in actuality, it was better that they couldn't. Because if they could, and they looked around, people were giving up hope, people were near suicidal, and it would have been magnified 10 times over had they found out that that Titans may have the ability to pose as human beings and infiltrate from the inside. Then there would have been suicides, definitely. So, I mean, fuck abandon all hope. It's just game over. Like, fuck it. So, and that part was pretty good too. So overall, once again, episode 10, great. Episode 9, great. And I'm signing out. King of Lightning. Be sure, of course, rate, comment, and subscribe as always. Peace. Have a nice day. And once again, I recommend you view these episodes on Crunchyroll. Signing out.